Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 5th episode of the 10th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So, you know, interesting last episode, Raj come to some information about Howard and Bernadette that they don't even know, and it was the sex of the baby. You know, he couldn't stop himself from looking at the file that the doctors or whoever it was that left on the table when he went out the room, and he knows the sex, and you know, it got them questioning, should we know, should we not? You know, I was saying that personally, if it was me, I would not know, just because I feel like it just brings excitement to the pregnancy, and 9 months of guessing is really, really good. However, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they did find out, it's totally fine. And they was tossing to an all episode whether to find this information or not. They was calling him, stopping it, putting it down, you know, calling him again. Tell us, don't actually know, no. And I don't know if he's going to let it slip at some point. But, I mean, you know, it will be funny to see, obviously, them picking the brains on if they should find out or not, you know, in the next 2 episodes. But also as well, you know, we had Sheldon and Amy do this experiment where to see if they could live together, and you know, it looked like it was all going tits up basically. You know, like it's hard to compromise, hard to change your personality, hard to change what you used to for Sheldon. And you know, he was in the bed, he was moaning that she's breathing on him, you know, he kicking her out. He was, you know, it looked like it wasn't going well, until obviously they decided to, well, they had like a little argument or a compromise or a conversation or whatever, and decided, look, we'll actually continue through till your apartment gets fixed, you know, for the sake of science. So I'm excited to see obviously these two living together and see what we do go forward, and if they bicker or progress anymore. You know, it's going to be interesting. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
I'm confused. Which one is Mr. Robot?
I'll give you a hint. We're watching Daredevil.
Could you please inform Amy how much you enjoy adhering to a strict bathroom schedule?
Can't.
Whoa.
Didn't.
Oh.
I understand that you like things a certain way, and I'm willing to make some concessions, but you have to be open to compromise.
She's right. That's reasonable.
Oh, look who's in favor of compromise. The woman who married Leonard Hofstadter.
In compromise, she's settled. There's a difference.
Yeah, you tell him, babe.
What time do you and Bernadette head out?
As soon as I get home, we're hoping to make it before dark.
You and Bernadette are getting away.
Well, she wants us to spend more time together before the baby comes.
So then, what are you doing here buying comic books?
Well, he wants us to spend more time together before the baby comes.
There's nothing wrong with keeping our toothbrushes in the same holder.
Say to that.
I think we should see other people.
We sleep together once a year. You want other partners?
Don't blame me. Blame your pal Biology. He's the pervert pulling the strings here.
Hey, you can make jokes, but if this keeps up, he's gonna move back in here.
All right, well, let's just get them apart for a while so they can cool down.
How you feeling? But the book says at this stage of the pregnancy, morning sickness should be going away. There she is. Who's ready for a hot 3-hour car ride to the desert? How about we stay here? We don't even have to tell anyone. It'll be like a secret vacation at home.
Secrets from our friends. It does sound kind of fun.
Does it sound sexy?
You just heard me throwing up.
You bet I did. You know what's weird? How turned on you are right now?
Yeah, I reckon that's just a natural laugh.
People are quick to accuse me of being difficult to live with, but the truth is, Amy is just as challenging. When we're sleeping, she breathes on me. And one night it got so bad I almost grabbed Toto and headed for the storm cellar. You know that when I get out of the shower, she eyes me up and down like I'm a piece of meat. Sometimes I would just like to be appreciated for my mind.
Agreed. Thank you.
This between your toes?
Can you please stop making money come out of me for 2 minutes? Different door?
Sounded like it. We should call the police.
I left my phone downstairs.
Damn, so did I. Is that the hot tub?
Do you reckon it's maybe Raj coming over?
Stuart.
Oh, Stuart.
Should we say something to him?
How about, hey, you look like a boiled chicken breast.
I meant like, what are you doing here?
No, that's not gonna hurt his feelings.
Well, the thing is, it isn't that bad, is it? That he's gone over. It's more the fact that he's just gone over without permission. But like, I feel like, you know, if I had a hot tub or if I had something that was you know, not everybody has a hot tub. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know, a luxury purchase, so to speak. If I had something like that, and a friend wanted to use it or whatever, so I'd be like, sure. You know what I mean? It's just the more of, you ask me, I'll say okay. It's just doing it behind my back, that's where it becomes not okay. But it's interesting because Stuart's kind of like their kid in the context of, you know, in this apartment, Sheldon's kind of like Penny and Leonard's kid, just because he's there and they kind of look after him all the time, even though he thinks he's superior than everybody. He's kind of like a childy a little bit, and they're kind of like the parents always taking him places, and it's like, you know, he lived there under them, didn't he? You know, he stayed in that house for a while they lived there, and they was kind of like father and mother to him. And obviously helped him get his new apartment, but I'm assuming that he just kept the key, you know, that he had last time, and that's how he just lets himself in and out. Probably does it every time that they're not there, to be honest, and probably eats the food and that.
Why is nothing easy with him?
Look, here's the thing you need to understand about Sheldon. He's the worst. Don't beat yourself up. You've never lived with anyone before.
You're not making me feel better.
Look, even when Penny and I started living together, there was a learning curve, but I promise you, it does get easier.
Is it me or is there something fun about watching him just float there?
Who just turned the porch lights on?
Someone else here?
I think this is rad now. Yeah, it is. Do you reckon he's hid underneath there, Stuart? He's not got out quick, has he? Yeah, Stuart just always looks like an awkward guy, doesn't he?
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? A couple of months, I come here when I know they're not home. What? They heard me in the bushes once, but they thought it was a raccoon.
Again, see, I think they'd let him if they
One night,
asked.
Leonard's nose whistled so loud, I swear it was like sleeping on a train track.
If we're just gonna drive around aimlessly, the least you could do is take me for ice cream.
Yeah, I'll take you for ice cream.
Why can't Amy be that subservient? She has coitus one time, suddenly she's Gloria Steinem. Being with Amy has awoken the sexual creature within. When I see a pretty gal walking down the street, I think hubba hubba like any other guy.
Here you go. Shall we toast? To Howard and Bernadette? And the house key they never asked me to return.
Ah, knew it.
You said you got it back.
Well, clearly I lied.
So how's the apartment? Not great. The electricity's out. So why don't you get it fixed? I called. They're all like, pay your bill. I'm single now?
Oh, that's him.
What happened? It's okay. It's by choice. Well, their choice, and it's not okay.
When did he tell us? Are we bad friends?
He's in our hot tub drinking our wine.
Yeah, he deserves to be alone.
We're back out on the dating scene? That must be fun. How's that going? I'm in the hot tub with you, so pretty bad.
Oh, it just got me thinking there, right? Say like this episode, for example. Do you not think it could be filmed in, like, we're watching it in a 20-minute episode, but like, how in depth has this episode been? Like, I reckon you could record this whole episode in an hour or less. Like, because every scenes don't have to be filmed continuously. So, do you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to speak in the hot tub and then be in the window and then be back in the hot tub and then be in the window. Like, for example, Howard and Bernadette could film all of their scenes literally in 10 minutes. Like, what is it? Howard was sat on the bed and she come in and sat next to him. Then he went to the window and then they've had like three scenes where they just talked at the window. And like, these guys have just come sat in a hot tub and then they're just having a couple of conversations. Like, how hard would it be to actually film it? They probably need to get all the angles, make sure the audio takes, and, you know, they probably say, let's do that one again, maybe we can get a different facial expression. But like, it's not that kind of, you know what I mean? Like, these are pros now. They're 200 episodes in, you know what I mean? I feel like they must be able to rattle these off pretty quickly in the basic episodes. But, you know, I'm pretty disappointed that Raj is not with anybody now. I mean, at least he's not sad and upset and being lonely, like, talking about it consistently. You know, whenever even seen him go on a date with that, is it the barmaid? I can't remember her name now. Claire, was it? And, you know, he was a booty call from Emily once, but that was it. Nothing's kind of, like, come after that, has it?
Maybe I should just give in to his stupid bathroom schedule.
Learn from my mistakes. No matter where
That
I am
is
at
true.
7:18 a.m., there better be a toilet nearby.
It's just so much easier to give him what he wants.
True, but think of how much you've accomplished. Who got him to stop Purelling his pocket change? And who got him to put things other than gloves in the glove compartment?
Me.
How can you stop now? That's like walking out of Pinocchio right before he becomes a real boy.
Well, Who are you gonna hit on? Girl in front of us got strawberry. That's your favorite.
No. If we both like it, I'll spend the rest of my life opening the freezer and going, oh, no strawberry.
Possible you might not actually want to meet someone.
You are truly wise.
Thank you.
I'd say wise beyond your years, but you're getting up there.
All right.
I was 13 years old and on spring break from college.
Not relating. Go on.
I came home early because they ran out of math to teach me.
Oh, now I'm with you. All right.
And I heard a sound coming from my parents' bedroom. When I opened the door, I saw my father having relations with another woman. It's also why I never open a door without knocking 3 times. We locked eyes, I ran to my room, and we never ever spoke of it. I need to prepare her now to save her from pain down the road.
Instead of worrying about pain you may cause in the future, how about trying to fix the pain you're causing her right now?
Must have hurt watching me look for other women without ever even considering you.
I wonder if this is what it feels like to be Bernadette's baby.
Those jets are from my secret spot, not his.
What are you doing here?
It's called relaxing, and that's all you need to know.
You coming?
Yeah, just give me a minute. You know how you're wearing a bathing suit? I kind of went the other way.
You jackasses just buy yourself a hot tub!
It's a nice enough spot. You know, if I'm gonna start standing up for myself, this is exactly the kind of thing. Oh, hi!
Hello.
How you guys doing?
We're doing good. I think Sheldon has something he would like to say to Amy.
It looks weird seeing him sat
I
there.
wanted to apologize for my behavior today.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You'll feel like she's sat on it now because it'd be dent or something.
It was unnecessary. This is warm. I am willing to forego the bathroom schedule. You should know, I was never really interested in seeing other women. And to prove how serious I am about us, I'm willing to take our relationship to the next level. Will you share this toothbrush holder with me?
Call me crazy, but I found it moving.
Do you know what? She's probably just going through the emotion of, yes, we bought a bit more time for him not to move back in. That's what she's thinking. And just look at them toothbrushes in that holder there. You know, first of all, it's going to the extreme, Sheldon, like deciding we need to see other people and going out and trying to pick up people just because you wanted to share the toothbrush holder. I know that he's obviously hardcore like against germs and he is a proper germaphobe, isn't he? But the toothbrush is there as a prime example, dropped in the holder, they didn't even touch each other. Maybe if he was saying that he doesn't like the brittles rubbing against after the saliva in both of the mouths, but like, literally, you know, it's not that deep, is it? And it's mad that he has a bathroom schedule as well. I don't actually understand. I mean, I do physically understand it. Like, yours is Leonard, 7:18 a.m. Do you know what I mean? But, like, I don't understand how you can train your body to go at that time all the time. You know, like, for me, for example, I drink quite a lot a day. So, probably drink between anywhere to 2.5 to 4 litres a day, maybe, of all types of different liquids. Whether it's, you know, water, you know, cans of fizzy, or, you know, bottles, or, you know, tea, coffee, you know what I mean? Like, just a general mix throughout the day, probably about, you know, 2.5 to 4 litres on a standard day. And I'm always up and down going to the loo, me. I'm always weeing all the time. And, you know, I've mentioned it before. If I was on a plane, I'll see it in the cinema, get me near the side, so I don't have to keep crossing people, getting in the way. I could just go. So, I mean, there's no way that I could restrict myself to, like, a certain time bathroom schedule. And especially, like, if you need to go number 2, for example, like, just comes at any time. You know, you can't, like, literally, I could be sat here talking now, and then sometimes your bowels could just go, you're like, mate, I've got to go straight away. Do you know what I mean? So, like, training, I don't know how he does it, but he seems to have everybody kind of rotating around, and it's a big step for Sheldon. I mean, to us, it's not even a step, you know, for going that kind of rule that he has. But, like, it's all about making small sacrifices, isn't it? You know, if he is going to actually stay and move in and live with her, then he's got to give and he's got to take. And, you know, at least he sat down, expressed it, and Penny talked him into doing something. And, you know, it's another small step for them hopefully being together forever, living, you know. So that was interesting. That is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So, you know, Raj and Stuart went to Bernadette and Howard's apartment, or house, sorry, and used a hot tub while he was away. Now, you know, it's not that deep in terms of doing it. You know, it was not anything like crazy, and I firmly believe that if they asked, they would have allowed. But it's the fact that they snuck in that obviously made him mad, and the fact that, you know, Stuart went commando at the end, just tipped Howard over the final straw and shouted out, "Get your own hot tub!" But Mate, they're expensive. Honestly, they're between what, like 5 to 10k, roughly in that region, and then the maintenance cost of running it is probably between 1 to 200 a month as well. And it's like, you know, unless you've got a really high paid salary job, like it's not sustainable enough to actually have, you know, like for example, here in the UK, you wouldn't have a hot tub outside unless it was like a short-term let, an Airbnb. You had like a little cottage in the countryside and people was coming to stay, you know, like that is kind of your return on that investment, you know what I mean? Because people will book your place because you've got this luxury item. Might be something in the US that a lot of people may have. It might be like a standard practice for people's homes, but like here you don't see them. And usually if you are going away like camping or something like that, you know, you'll look for a property that has something like that because it's the extra tick that you don't usually have. But yeah, mate, it's really expensive to have, and unless you use it consistently all of the time, I feel like you know, it's not a great return. But for these guys, obviously, if they can sneak in and out without getting caught on like today's episode, you know, they're laughing. And you know, Raj is explaining that he's kind of broken up with or not with any of the girls now, which is kind of sad because if he's going to try and be with this Claire, I kind of would like him to be seen on some dates. Like, we physically haven't even seen them together. You know, we've seen her when she was first introduced in the comic book store, then every other kind of conversation's kind of like been on the phone and like split screeny sort of stuff and that. And you know, Emily as well, she's not really coming after, you know, it was kind of like that late night hookup call. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like maybe Raj will finish the show out on his own, and if he's happy with that, I'm happy with that. You know, we had early stages of the show where he was sad and upset that he was on his own and everybody was progressing forward in relationships, and I feel like he might have got to a place now where like he's realizing that it's not just being with somebody, it's got to be the right one, you know what I mean? And it's not that he can't be with somebody. That's the thing, like people can be sad if they can never go on a date, if they can never like be or try to be in a relationship because nobody gives them that time. But like I feel like if you watch Raj, and he actually has the ability to actually meet a lot of women and go on dates, and it's just now finding the right one that fits for him. So, you know, I'm here for the progression and seeing if it happens. But if it doesn't, I'm hoping that he's okay with it. And the fact is that the baby is coming soon. Maybe he just shifts his focus from trying to find somebody to being a good uncle, and do you know what I mean? And that will fulfill that little spot that he's missing. So I don't know. He loves cinnamon, doesn't he? And he proper hardcore takes care of it. So maybe he'll just overdo that for the baby. Thanks for checking out today's episode though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.